History is full of moments that feel like someone left a warning in plain sight, and nobody listened until it was far too late. One of the strangest examples came from ancient Rome, when Julius Caesar was warned again and again before he was killed. This story feels dramatic now, but the facts themselves are already unsettling enough. Caesar had become the most powerful man in Rome, and by early 44 BC, many senators feared that he wanted too much control. Tension was rising around him, even while public life in Rome kept moving like normal. Ancient writers say that a seer, a person believed to see signs of danger, warned Caesar to beware the Ides of March. In the Roman calendar, that meant March 15th. The warning was simple, specific, and eerie. It did not say danger might come someday. It pointed to a day. That detail is what makes the whole story stay in people's minds. The warnings did not stop there. Reports from ancient sources describe strange signs, bad dreams, and growing unease before the assassination. Caesar's wife, Calpurnia, is said to have dreamed that he would die, and she begged him not to go to the Senate that day. For a moment, he seemed ready to stay home. That could have changed everything. But a man named Decimus, who was actually part of the plot against him, convinced Caesar to go anyway. That twist is what makes the story feel so cold. The danger was not hiding far away. It was standing beside him, speaking calmly and guiding him forward. On the way, another warning may have reached him. A teacher named Artemidorus reportedly wrote a note telling Caesar about the conspiracy and naming some of the men involved. He tried to hand it to him as Caesar moved through the crowd. Caesar took the paper, but according to the story, he never read it in time. Imagine how close that is. Not a vague rumor, not a mystery that could only be solved later, but a message possibly sitting in his hand while the plot was already closing around him. When Caesar arrived at the theater of Pompey, where the Senate was meeting, the conspirators surrounded him. They attacked him with knives, and he was stabbed many times. He died there on March 15th, 44 BC. The warning about the Ides of March became one of the most famous warnings in history, not because it was hidden, but because it was clear and still failed. That is the ironic part. People often imagine history turning on giant battles, loud speeches, or some impossible surprise. But sometimes history turns because a warning was spoken, a letter was handed over, a wife begged someone to stay home, and the person at the center of it all kept walking. The story matters because it shows how power can make danger harder to hear. The more important Caesar became, the less likely he may have been to stop, listen, and believe that the threat was real. That feeling is timeless. Warnings rarely sound dramatic in the moment. They sound awkward, inconvenient, easy to brush aside. Then later, they sound prophetic. The death of Julius Caesar changed Rome forever, helping open the path to the end of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. And at the center of that turning point sits one of history's most cryptic lines, simple enough for anyone to understand, and terrifying because it came true. Some warnings whisper before history screams, and this one was heard by everyone too late.